Hello, today I'm going to walk us through reloading one of the more complicated databases that we have. I'm going to talk through some of the general trouble spots, and hopefully at the end of this you'll have a better idea of getting records from Serial Solutions and putting them into Sierra. For this record set, it's going to be DOAJ, the Directory of Open Access Journals. I've already done some of the initial prep work, which means that I've ran it through Google Sheets and downloaded it, so now the diacritics will be correct. And I've also gone ahead and run the Olga Bibs list, which takes about a minute to compile, so we've already done that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to coverage load. We're going to review admin parameters ERM electronic holdings. In this first load that we're going to run, we're only going to create holdings if there is no match upon the record in the group that we're loading against. So here we select the file. It's a bit cumbersome right now in how we select these files, but you go to reload. This is going to be an individual database. It is April. DOAJ reload 427. Load that. Hit OK. There's going to be about 9,000 titles in this. We're going to quickly glance over it to make sure that the diacritics look correct. And they do. We're going to select our review file, and for this we're going to pick the Olga Bibs list, and we're going to hit submit. And once we hit submit, it's going to run a coverage load, then it's going to run a catalog load, and in the catalog load it's going to create check-in records if it finds a bib in the list of all good bibs, and if it doesn't, it's going to put out an error. If it finds multiple bibs that it could attach to, it will put out a multiple title or a multiple ISSN error, and we will check those after it gets done. It's also going to put out a titles not in file list. This means that titles were found in this file that were not in the previous coverage table that we have. So here we go. All good bibs. It's going to match on ISSN and title. We're hitting submit. This is going to take a few minutes, so what I normally do is the coverage load will happen a lot quicker than the catalog load, but at 9,000 titles it's going to take a second. So this may be a two-part series where we load this first and then we stop, and then we'll start another video for troubleshooting, and we'll see how that goes. So as you can see, there's lines processed. We're looking for about 9,000 lines because that's how big the file was. In the past, we used to have a log where we wrote down everything that we did. That may still be necessary if you're new at this. So one thing that we do is we go to the resource record, we grab the resource ID, we grab the ERM link, and then we're telling what we did. And then we're going to tell how many titles were not in file and what it looked like once we got the initial report. So the coverage load's complete, which means you can look at the titles not in file. So let's see how many we have. And we have 77 entries. So this means that there were 77 titles in the old coverage table that were not in the one that we just loaded. So these are delete candidates, which means we need to review them and see if we should delete the bib record and the check-in record for these. If it just changed holdings, it will still have holdings, so we don't have to delete that. So to do that, we're going to select all. Well, first we're going to save the report in case anything goes wrong. We're going to do a lot of saving of reports. And with that saved, we're going to select all. We're going to delete selected. This is going to clear out the check-in records. Once that is done, we're going to go to create list. We're just going to grab the nearest list. We're going to hit copy, and we're going to do the delete candidates from last coverage load. And yes. So I'm going to stop the video here, and I'm going to start another one for delete candidates from last coverage load, and I'll show you what we do when we review those. Thanks.